Welcome, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer. And in this special episode of Cosmic Rants, I think it's time to bring to light the malarkey that's been happening to Gemini kind. Yes, of course, I am talking about the forbidden. They classified this. This is classified information and forbidden to talk about. Yes, yes, yes. To you ancients watching this who've reincarnated and who has not forgotten their past life, I'm talking about the infamous Gemini embargo that banished Gemini kind to the realm of beasts. I am tired of this. I am very tired of this because in this age where we are collectively evolving, I'm seeing all these zodiac signs evolve, but they're limiting Gemini. We're being capped. I was like, this is a pivotal age because this is the age where they'll finally undo that Gemini embargo. But no, I need to blow the whistle. I need to blow the whistle. Okay? Okay, I'm probably going to get interfered by some archangels in future broadcasts, but you know what? Don't care. Because if you carry the spirit of Gemini, if you're a son of Gemini, then this is just going to be nothing but confirmation to you. Let's do this. Okay? Back into the age of Taurus. This is after the age of Aries when the gods realized, oh my gosh, humankind is truly to be feared. Like, they can just savagely create anything but still sustain. We entered into the age of Taurus when we realized that there are gourmet qualities that can be added to food, and we don't have to do it the uncivilized way. Of course, civilization would not grace us until the Geminian and Cancer ages. And don't ask me, like, which date specifically. Like, I'm just here to tell you some bullshit story. But listen, back in the age of Taurus, the higher beings that be said, I don't know. We're going to have to limit Gemini's power. The level at which they can hyper accelerate that in their respective ages is a little bit too dangerous and it can lead it to its ruin quicker than it begun. Some BS they spun. Now, let me be honest. The whole notion of putting a limit to where energy can go, which is what Capricorn, Saturn, you know what I'm saying? The higher beings delegate in the heavens, literally. You know what I'm saying? The whole notion of that after the Aries age ended, they made that up. Aries was why they made that up. They saw Aries just like doing whatever, and they're like, the gods themselves are like, if we do not stop these humans, they can almost overthrow us. And then certain other gods laughed like that'll never happen. But some gods who were peeping game were like, if they not that they can overthrow the gods, were like, if we let them be, we won't be able to control them. And they tried to put a limiter on Aries, and then Aries was like, "What? You try that shit, motherfucker!" And the angel, because the gods didn't do it. The gods sent the angels to do it, right? So the angels tried to put the limits on Aries Nation. Aries Nation was like, try that shit, motherfucker. Try that shit. Like they were ready to die. Like I'm talking about they had already killed some angels. They didn't even know the angels didn't even know that humans could do that. They backed off. Just like, all right, forget it. Not worth it. All right. Not even worth it. Not even worth it. So they left Aries alone. Just in case you thought, like, I'm telling you, there is a group of people trying to get rid of Aries and Gemini. Like they're gonna leave Taurus because if you got rid of Taurus, we wouldn't have food in nature. And who doesn't love food in nature? But you know what I'm saying? So for y'all receiving psychic attack, it's because some of you Geminis are starting to like evolve past that embargo, and there's seals placed on your soul that some of you through tonal codes have released. Maybe some of you had sex with the Sagittarius and they removed it without you knowing. Like anything's possible in this dimension. Anything's possible. But listen, this Pataki goes further. So they were like, well, we can't go to Aries. Let's go to Gemini. All right. And they didn't even let Gemini know. Okay. And this is where shit gets fucked up. They didn't even let Gemini know. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, since they saw what happened when they tried to do it to Aries, they just did this to Geminis who incarnated. So they capped their limit to like 20%. All right. Now, most Geminis and Sagittariuses go through life like at 14%. Like if you think you've seen a Sagittarius go 100% all out, you're fooling yourself because they're 15% where they're just like, Super passionate. That's just 15% of their capacity. Their 15% is what most people's 80% looks like. So that's why they fool people. That's why they're so unpredictable. Like, no, no, no. And Gemini, it's not like we're like super extraordinary, but we're pretty easy energy. We're easy breezy air, so we get by 10%. All we have to do is talk 10, 20. But when we started trying to go past 20, we found out about that limit the hard way. Like, what the hell's going on? And they're like, oh, there was a limit placed on you, the embargo. This is like being a part of the Tuskegee experiments and not finding out until after that you were just mercilessly fucked with on a spiritual level. All right, so look to where Saturn is on your chart because this is where the seal takes place. Mine's in the ninth house. That's why every time I start revealing ninth house knowledge and information, I get interfered. Like, oh, you don't understand. Okay, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, because we as Geminis together can just like overturn this bullshit. Just like, this awareness alone is huge. But I'm having to let you know the reality of this now that many of you are. It's not saying that you can't go beyond 20%, but this is what's lending to the conflict because they're archangels that once you start to vibrate past 20, they start to instantly suppress you on an energetic level. And we're not Aries with we sacrifice the cardinal nature to just be magic. And it makes us pretty weak if you to where no one's, we're magical as hell, but powerful wise, there's checks and balances like rock, paper, scissors. Neither is better than the other, but there's certain dynamics that you and risks you take when you choose what sign to be. Regardless, the thing that really hurt the most was all right, in order for Saturn to pull this off, or that delegation, because it wasn't exclusively Saturn, they had to go through Libra. That means Libra okayed it. That means if Libra okayed it, that means Aquarius knew the whole time. What's up, bruz? What's up, bruz? And let me just be honest. I'm playing the victim right now. Let me just be honest. This is how much they fear our power. This is how much they fear our power because they know that a Gemini who's truly illumined is like a walking weapon. And it's not just our power. They don't even fear Gemini, they fear Scorpio. And they fear maybe like Pisces and Sagittarius who can use an illumined Gemini and take control of everything. Because the illumined Gemini alone is a threat, but we're illumined. We're gonna be conscious. It's the person who takes advantage of that Gemini and uses us. Gemini is like the Ace of Swords. So if you have the Excalibur Sword of Truth making real everything, people have a lot to hide. So Gemini, I'm letting you know this because you're gonna be put in positions where it's awaken or die. It's nothing exclusively new. A lot of you Geminis being incarnated now are having to deal with the existential and past life soul memory of being burned at the stake, of being killed at the Inquisition, for being the fearless pioneers who spoke out, especially if you're a third decan Gemini, subruled by Uranus. Those are people in the sit-ins like, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right. Until people suddenly like got it. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it such an enlightening energy through the full span. And people are now starting to realize, oh my God, like I can actually speak my truth. Like this is a free country. Like it's not there worldwide. There are certain Geminis who can't be Geminis there because they speak free speech and they get killed. They write certain things about politicians and they go to jail. Like, and this is today in this world still. So this is still a relatively new concept, this whole free world thing. And Gemini, know that your power is actively getting suppressed, is actively getting capped. It's happening. They can't do it to Pisces. If they can do it to Pisces, they would do it to Pisces. They can't do it to Pisces. They can't do it to Sagittarius. They can do it to Gemini. Virgo is a little double agent. So they can do it to Virgo, but Virgo's playing the rules because Virgo don't want no problems because Virgo sees how real it could be. But Virgo has their own special plan too, and I don't want to reveal it, but it is what it is. Whether you think this is like bullshit or not, if you're sun in Gemini, there is a cap. There is a cap. If you've been feeling spiritually stunted, you're not spiritually stunted. Okay. When revolution comes, Pluto and Aquarius will change everything. So it's totally temporary. And some of you have ways to get around this now. I'm talking to some Geminis who've already released those seals because they didn't know how magical we are. And we get some help from signs. Like if you're lucky, like before I even knew about the seals, like the Sagittarius, I didn't even know, like got rid of it before I even knew. Like, if you've seen Naruto, then you saw how Jiraiya, when Naruto was unconscious, like, oh, you have a five-pronged seal that Orochimaru put on him. You just, like, some higher beings who are not even into politics can help you, but not everyone's lucky. So you aren't. There's nothing wrong with you, Gemini. They hate us because they hate us. We're not the only ones being messed with like this. If anything, Cancer and Scorpio have it way worse. But I'm pissed off, and you know what? We're going to lead the revolution. They ain't ready for us. I will make sure by 2025 I am part of the Illumin Gemini squad that breaks past this embargo.